Hi folks, this is Vincent Natalie with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and welcome to another episode of the DGA podcast. This is episode 4. I am your host, Vince. With me is...
Idly.
Oh. I'm sorry. There we go. Wrong one. I swear. It was totally accidental. I did not mean to play the first one. Anyway.
Wow, I just got on. I'm already getting the tuba.
No, that was my failure for hitting the wrong sound effect. That's what that was.
Okay.
Yeah, you're in the clear.
Backing.
Yeah, so everyone...
Stay a while and listen.
Episode 4. So we're going to go ahead and do another top 5 for you. We decided to do top 5 favorite video game characters. This was difficult for me because I generally don't play games for the characters. I play games for the gameplay. I play simulators because I like to manage stuff, not because I care about who's running things. That being said, there are some rare exceptions that I really get into the story because of the character itself. So this was still a hard one for me to play. How about you? Was it difficult for you to get into this?
I actually loved this.
It was your suggestion. It was your suggestion that we do this.
Thank
right?
you. I don't remember, honestly.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough.
I loved this because while it was difficult because there was so much, as opposed to last week's, which was because there was too little. Now, there's just so much. I like the story. I like story.
Mm-hmm.
I like the story, not the stores.
You like the stores. Got it. No, good.
You're fired.
I like the lore. I like lore, and if there's a good story behind it, it just makes gameplay pretty well, pretty good.
I understand.
Man, my English today. Wow, okay. Yeah, I deserved it that time.
No.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
It's a perfect soundboard.
I'm really trying here with the soundboard.
Aww. It shows. A for effort.
Uh-huh. So, I tried to pick entries that didn't have, a actual TV show or movie associated. I was thinking Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. I really care about Indiana Jones, but he's already got multiple movies, so it's I didn't want to cop out and do that. That being said, my number 5 entry was kind of a cop out, kind of, sorta.
Boo! Where's that soundboard? Boo!
Is that right?
I don't know. I didn't even hear it.
Sure. Okay. All right. So my number 5 was Red Shirt.
Did we have a sound effect for that?
Oh, yeah. Would you like a sound effect? I can give you a sound effect.
Not really. I was just kidding.
No, here you go. Ready?
555.
Number 5.
555.
Who is that?
555.
That's Alf.
Oh, I regret so much.
I was looking for a WAV file that had the number 5 in it.
555.
I could only find that. So,
Okay.
My number 5 was Red Shirt. Obviously, this is a play on Star Trek. Only, this is like a Star Trek-esque management game where your character is in control of something called Spacebook.
Wait a second. So it's a character named Red Shirt?
The name of the game is called Red Shirt, but basically you play a character that you name him or her, and you craft their story as you play the game. So the reason I picked this game, and I know he's not like an iconic character, but I felt this is one of the few games where I actually played it and I actually cared about my character and what he was doing. For example, you're given multiple options, like do you befriend these people over here? Do you go on this away mission? Do you work? Do you spend time with this? It's a time management game where your character grows over time. You're being promoted, or you can choose to be promoted, assuming that you work hard enough and build up your skills to do it. So, it's one of those time management games that you follow your character along this progression, and I don't know, I got really attached to my character as I was playing him. I went down the road of trying to get to the highest possible rank possible in order to get off the station before the time limit expired. I know he's not technically like he's not
So
Link.
let me get this clear.
Okay.
Let me get this clear. So you have a top 5 favorite video game character,
Yes.
and your number 5 is you.
Correct. That I'm glad that we're on the same page.
Okay. Okay. You know what? I will not judge.
It's the I told you it's kind of a cop out. Again, it's just this is a game where you have to sort of, again, you're following your character through a progression, and I felt for my character as I created him. He was going on away missions. He was leveling up his skills, and it was in the theme of a Star Trek universe. And again, I did say that it was kind of a cop out. That being said, this was my number 5, mainly because I couldn't think of anything else for my number 5.
What about Mario?
Oh no, he is not a favorite character. Just because he's a short Italian like me doesn't mean.
I was gonna say you guys rock the glasses. I mean, if you're picking you as your number 5, Mario would have been great.
No, I don't know about that. I don't have a Mario sound effect.
Oh.
No, we'll have to go for. There we go. That's as close as we're gonna get to Mario, I think.
Right, that's like
he's just as hairy. He's just as hairy as Chewbacca, right?
That's
Mario.
alright. It was just like sick Yoshi.
Sick Yoshi. Yeah. That was my attempted sound. Yeah, I have a sound effect of Yoshi. Yes. That's Yoshi, right? Yeah. All
Sure.
right. So, what was your number 5?
My number 5 was Kratos from God of War.
Kratos from God of War. Now, it's worth noting that I have zero gameplay of God of War. I've never played it. So tell me a little bit about...
It's also worth noting that I've had the game, and you don't want to play it for like years. And it is a fabulous.
It's not on the PC, though. It's on, what, the PlayStation?
That's okay. PS2. You've played stuff, from Atari things, right?
Yes. But what is... All right, so tell me, what is this game about? What do you do?
God of War is... it's like a story-based linear RPG of sort. Well, no, I guess
it third person, first person?
Is hack and slash. It's third person.
Third person hack and slash, and there's a story behind it.
There's a story behind it, and the story is tragic and it's amazing, and it all revolves around
Greek mythology.
Yes, Greek mythology, and his story is just so tragic. I won't go into any spoilers, but it's a tragic story, but it's weaved so well. And the gameplay is actually so much fun. There's puzzles. The combos that you can do are absolutely stunning. They're so in your face and flashy, and it's really cool to look at. And it's a great game. I've only played part 2 for a little bit, and I've never played part 3 where they introduced him flying, I think it was.
Flying.
Yeah. So this is all based on playing the first one.
Now,
because the cutscenes are like glorious.
I've heard of the game way back when. Is this the game where you can climb like giants and
yes,
where you're like scaling these large giants and you're taking them down systematically? I've never played it, but based on the cutscenes that I've seen and things that I've heard about, like is that as epic as it sounded at the time?
Yes, probably even more so.
You think
so? It's almost the same feeling that I got from playing Frostpunk. That's probably why I play Frostpunk so much, because it has that whole anxiety-inducing, like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen now? And then once it finishes, it's like it makes your jaw drop, and it's like, wow, I can't believe it just happened. Like it's a great story, it's a great game, and Kratos is just so hard not to want to just like hug him and comfort him, and I feel so bad for him, and I can't spoil it, but he's a great character in the game.
I see. There was, if I remember correctly, I remember the game because there was a scene, I think it might have been in God of War 3, where it was kind of controversial because he gets together with Aphrodite, I think.
Okay.
In one of the cutscenes, it was like a off-camera sex scene, and you could interact with it. That was a big controversy back then.
In the first one, there is a brothel, or I think it's a brothel or something, and you can actually sleep with women, with the interactive,
I see.
doing the buttons and stuff. But they don't show anything, and it's
Right. I mean, I remember there was like moaning and other adult suggestive things,
yes.
but there wasn't any actual visual component to that.
And it's quick, like it's pretty fast, no pun intended. But it's pretty fast, and it's a fast movie. I know. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, it doesn't drag out. It's just like, okay, or if you're not into that, you just get it over with and done.
Good. All right. I have a sound effect of Kratos actually.
Put that cookie down
That's
now.
not Kratos. Nope.
You sure? I'm pretty sure that's Kratos.
No.
You sure?
No, maybe Shave Arnold's head like completely bald. Maybe.
Well, anything else before we move on to number 4?
No.
No,
that's about it.
You're happy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I have a number 4 sound effect. I think. Let's see here.
Go for it, red. Go for it, black. Go for it. Off my back. Get it
4.
Wow, I'm kind of digging these. They actually have the numbers in there.
I'm really trying. I hope I don't get hit with copyright for a Connect 4 commercial. So
Oh god.
I'll have to edit that out later if that's the case. I'll just bleep over it. Okay. Yeah, but that was the Connect 4 in case it does get bleeped out. All right. So my number 4 was Borderlands 2, specifically Claptrap. I don't know why he's one of the most annoying characters that I've ever interacted with, but at the same time, he's extremely funny. So, of course, Vinny's gonna photobomb. Of course, he would photobomb.
All the time.
So with Claptrap, it's like he's the guy. He's that one friend that is so annoying that. There are times where you want to slap him upside the head, and other moments you want to like slap him on the back and like buddy because he's just really funny and really cute, and he's just relatable and all around.
Has he ever been obnoxious?
Oh yeah, Claptrap is really obnoxious. I mean,
like does he have an ego on him? Like, is he kind of rude?
Oh yeah, well yeah, he can be rude. He can be rude. He can be vile. He can be really funny. Sometimes he thinks he knows everything, and then something usually comically happens to him at that point in time, or you have to save him, or whatever. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, Claptrap as a character, he's like, when I think video game characters that really stick out, I love that trash in the background there. He's taking it out, getting the work done. I don't know, as a character. I don't know, just Claptrap resonates with me because, I don't know, his humor, I think, this is probably one of the first games I played where a character was as humorous as he could have been. And not a whole lot of other games I've played up to that point, I guess, in my life were that funny. But I don't know, I resonated with his style of humor. Now, you've played Borderlands as well, right?
Yes, I love Claptrap. I was actually thinking of putting him on there, but there were other characters that I loved so much more.
Like, there was one quest in Borderlands 2 where he was like, I want you to kill 7,962 voles and then scale Mount 10,000 kilometers up Mount whatever, and he was giving you all these impossible tasks, and then the mission automatically it cancels, and then you go and do something. It's funny. It's just the humor in that is really good.
I think I remember that. I was like, how am I going to get all this done? Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
I took it seriously for a second. But he's like a more confident Wally, and I love Wally.
Yeah.
So, from the movie Wally.
If Wally had a parallel universe counterpart, it would be Claptrap, I think.
I never pegged him for obnoxious, Claptrap. I always thought he was just adorable. Well, like, I didn't know he was that obnoxious.
Well, maybe to me, like, there are times where I just wanted him to shut up, but at the same time, he was funny for the most part, but there were times where he overstayed his welcome, but that's just me. I was thinking of listing Handsome Jack as number 4. Handsome Jack being a villain from the Borderlands.
Okay.
And I don't know, like I guess Claptrap stuck with me more than Handsome Jack did. But Handsome Jack had funny dialogue in this too, and I really enjoyed his banter on the intercom, whatever it's called.
Handsome Jack. I'm gonna have to play that game again.
Handsome Jack again is the villain. He was introduced in Borderlands 2,
Okay.
I think, and then might have been 3. I don't know. It was Borderlands 2, and then I know that he was a character in the Telltale series, the Borderlands series. But anyway, so yeah, that was my number 2. Claptrap. What was your
number 4? You mean
number 4? I'm sorry, number 4. I was thinking Borderlands. Yeah, Connect 4. Yeah. What was yours?
Mine was Dr. Harvey from Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley. I've never played this game. Tell me about Stardew Valley.
Dude, every time I want to marry someone else, like I want to marry like everyone eventually, but I just can't. Dr. Harvey has just that magnetism. Like there's something about that magnetism that I absolutely love.
Is he an older guy or what? Is he?
No, he's like the doctor. He's the doctor of the town.
Okay.
He has glasses. He has facial hair. You know.
I've never seen you get attached to like pixels that small before. Like these characters are like really small. That's
why he's on my list, because I never get attached to pixelated characters. And the fact that I actually got attached to Dr. Harvey, he deserved to be on my list. He's just so shy and he's so cute, but then he has that sexy confidence about him.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Then he's like, what in the world is going on right now?
Who are you?
Yeah.
Well, he's a doctor, and it's a doctor. Hello. But
I know I can't say I've ever got attached to a Harvest Moon / Stardew Valley style game character.
What about the Animal Crossing characters? You didn't like them
No,
either?
they're no. Again, I play these games for the economy, for the base building, for the money making. I want to produce thousands and thousands of resources and make so much money that I'm rolling in it and I can afford everything in the game. That's why I play these games. I don't play them to talk to the NPCs. I don't care. They can leave. I'll run the town on my own.
Their personalities are just amazing, and I think if you gave them a chance, they would probably all be in your top 5. Maybe, I don't know. Abigail. You had a huge crush on Abigail. Didn't you?
What do you mean? What do you mean a crush on Abigail?
Yeah,
I married her in game, but doesn't mean I have a crush on her in real life.
Well, no, I'm not talking about like real life. I'm just saying if I was a pixelated character, I'd go for Dr. Harvey in a heartbeat all the time.
All right, Dr. Harvey. Hey, I have a sound effect of Dr. Harvey speaking here.
He's dead, Jim.
Yeah. Dr. Harvey saying he's dead, Jim, to Captain Kirk.
Oh, okay.
Dead, Jim.
He's dead, Jim. Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were gonna play another Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay.
No, this makes sense. Dr. McCoy, Dr. Harvey.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can,
See.
all right,
yeah.
I'm not too big on McCoy though.
Get off my ship.
That one's Picard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
Shields up. Go to red alert.
You don't know Picard by now? You don't know Picard?
I the voices, they all sound the same. It's all Star Trek, like Star Wars.
You see? They are insane.
And by
Who
they,
is that?
that's Worf.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's another game we should play, like probably on the... Okay, that's another story, sorry.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm sure that's going to be a separate top 5 at some point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or a community game.
We'll see, I guess.
Guess the voice of this actor.
Mm-hmm.
Star Trek.
Well, I would win, obviously. This would have to be a contest for you, not for me, because I know my Star Trek.
Really?
Unlike some people. Oh, I know my Star Trek.
No, seriously. If I had a quote, right, from Star Trek, would you know who it was from?
Probably.
Probably.
Unless it's like Ensign Matthew from Star Trek the old series, the red shirt number 3. You know what I mean? Like, unless it's something like that. But for the most part, don't even go looking. No.
What are you talking about?
No, don't. This is going to be a separate. I think this is going to be a separate community thing.
Okay.
Where you'll be testing my knowledge of Star Trek, just to prove that I know my Star Trek.
Oh God, even I know that one.
Yeah, obviously. That's Quark. No, I'm kidding. Rom.
Quark?
Yeah.
No. That's obviously, what was it, Quark's nephew?
Nog?
Yeah, Nog.
No, yeah, that was the Grand Nagus. Clearly the Grand Nagus. Mm-hmm.
Obviously, these are all wrong for people who don't follow Star Trek. To the normal people, you know.
Everyone listening that doesn't watch Star Trek right now already it's closed the browser window at this point. Oh, another Star Trek thing. Oh,
I know, probably. All right, what was your number 3? Sorry, that went on for way too long.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Number 3. I think I have a sound effect for this one.
What? That does not have the number 3 in it.
If you follow the nyuk nyuk nyuks, it sounds like it's in a pattern of 3, maybe, kind of. So, actually, no, the wave file, the reason I put it as my number 3 is because the name of the wave file was nyuk nyuk nyuk, which is 3 nyuks. So, it holds... Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He says it 5 times, though.
No, you're wrong. Incorrect.
Okay, I can't count, apparently.
I'm not gonna go. All right. Quiet. All right.
Oh, man.
Number 3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any gameplay footage of this one either. It's HK-47 from Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Do you know Do you know who
Okay.
HK-47 is, and have you ever heard
No
of
idea.
Star Wars? No, KOTOR,
No.
as it's
No.
called.
Oh, couture, like fashion couture. Okay, I can get behind that.
That is a...
It's an affirmative, right?
Mm,
Star Wars, the
Incorrect.
fashion.
Incorrect.
No, wrong.
All right, explain. What is this HK-27?
HK-47 is a robot
A robot.
in KOTOR 2.
A robot. Okay.
A robot. He is like an evil C-3PO, kind of, sort of. He's not a protocol droid, but he was an assassin droid that he's one of the funniest characters in the entire game. Probably the funniest character in the entire game. I always bring him along if I can. Is
he a villain or?
No, he's not a villain. Here's the thing with KOTOR. KOTOR 1, KOTOR 2. Your character will be able to choose good or light choice, or good or dark choices as they play, good or bad, light or dark. Okay. And you're going to be branching off based on the choices that you make, sort of like in Mass Effect. You'll also be meeting characters that have a good or bad background, so to speak. So they prefer that you do actions that are good or bad, respectively. So Bastila, for example, from KOTOR 1 is a Jedi, and she prefers that you do good things. So she's more of a, keep her in your party if you want to stay good, whatever. But anyway, HK-47 is inherently bad. And he constantly uses the terms meat bags, which is, that's his catchphrase, meat bags, because he's referring to humans as meat bags. And he's always cracking, insults or jokes or whatever. Just, it's as a droid, as a robot, it's just so out of place. But it's funny. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. HK-47, probably one of my favorite characters from KOTOR 2. And if I can bring him along, I usually do. But, again, because I'm either lighter, like, for my first playthrough, I'm always the light path. Like, I always take the good choices. And then on my second playthrough, I take all the dark choices. Just to see how that affects the gameplay. Yeah. And when I do that, it's usually HK-47 is along for the ride. So, yeah, it's a good game. KOTOR, it's an RPG, for those of you that don't know. It's a Star Wars RPG. Very good one. What was your number 3?
My number 3 was Mortimer and Bella Goth from The Sims.
From The Sims. Now, what you're watching, folks, is The Sims 4. I don't think they're in The Sims 4. I could be wrong. What about...
I haven't played The Sims 4 that much. I don't remember if they had them on The Sims 4. But when they were in, I believe they were in Sims 3, and it was so cool because, oh, this might be a spoiler.
It's The Sims 3. I think you can go ahead and spoil it. Take the risk.
One of them dies. So one of them is either a widow or a widower. And it is just so tragic. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Spoiler alert. But it was...
I can't believe that.
It was so cute, and it's so nice. And then, like, apparently she or he can come back. And, yeah, it's...
Do they come back as a ghost, or... well, wait,
Yeah,
can you play as these
so.
characters, or are these characters that you interact with and you...
No, you can play as them.
Do you discover their story as your own NPC character, or do you have to play as them to see their story? You know what I mean?
Their story is like right there. Like,
oh, you read about it. It's not like it progresses as you play.
It can kind of, but it doesn't actually put it into text. It's just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go and try and invent this machine that brings him or her back to life, and then see if I can. Or you can just replay it with one of them still being dead. You know, it's just like your own. But their story, like the text, is just so tragic.
I have a sound effect of one of them dying. Hold on.
He's dead, chum.
Yeah. That was directly from The Sims. It is. And just to make sure I'm correct.
Affirmative.
All right, yeah. That is correct. Yeah.
So this is mainly revolving around the Mortimer and Bella Goth from the very, very first Sims, though. Like, I became attached to them the first time I played The Sims. I think it was Bob, and
okay.
I forget his wife's name. But I was that. It was, Bob Newbies. They were the guys that
Bob
you started out
Newbies.
with. Yeah. So after that, you can transfer to like any other family, or you can like take control of any other family. And I always played Mortimer and Bella because they were just so cute together. And she has that signature red dress, and he has like that signature black tie suit. And the fact that they carried over, I believe they carried over from Sims 1 to Sims 2 and 3, it's just so epic. And they really kind of put a footprint on one of the most iconic Sims characters, I think.
Did they reinvent the story in The Sims 3, or did they like start the story in Sims 1 or 2, whatever it was, and then continue it in The Sims 3?
They continued it. Like,
that's weird.
Yeah, it was a continuation.
It's a meta thing to do. Mm-hmm. NPC characters in The Sims of all games.
Yeah, and I think even they ended up being grandparents too, so it was kind of cute. And you can always like fine tune it once you control that family. You can fine tune it. You can make it so that all their grandkids got killed in a shipwreck or something, and be morbid like that. Okay.
All right.
I don't know. It's just I like them so much. They're so cute.
Okay. I can't say I don't know. I play The Sims not because I want to meet people. I'm always the introvert in The Sims, just like in real life. Mm-hmm. I'm there to make money and buy everything in the shop. My goal is to have a huge mansion when it's all said. And I like The Sims 3 and The Sims 4 because I can choose that aspiration if I want to. Mm-hmm. And then I can choose to be an introvert, meaning that I lose my social meter more slowly because I don't like talking to people.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So, I always like trying to be different things. I really do. I love Sims 3 for that aspect that you can just try anything. But yeah, Mortimer and Bella, they're my homies.
Your homies.
Yes.
All right, so interesting. All right, cool. Well, I guess we're on number 2?
Yep.
Number 2. All right, my number 2 sound effect, let's see.
No, I'm just not sure.
Well, can't you take a guess?
Well, not for another 2 hours.
You can't take a guess for another 2 hours?
It's an airplane.
Wait, where was that from?
Airplane.
I was expecting Star Trek Picard saying, okay, number 2.
He doesn't say number 2.
Picard never says that?
He does not say number 2. Oh my god. Riker is not number 2.
I thought he was number 2. Who's number 2 then?
No, there is no number 2.
Yeah, there was.
No, there's not.
Is there a number 1?
Yes, there is a number 1.
Oh, okay. So Deanna would probably be number 2 then.
Shields up.
Sorry, I don't know.
This is why you have no business quizzing me on Star Trek when you don't even know who number 1. Anyway.
I could have sworn he said number 2. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Isn't there anything in the Star Trek series?
For what?
No, for number 2s.
Not that I know of.
Jesus Christ, this show needs.
They've not once featured a bathroom in Star Trek either. So there is no number 2s, period. That was a poop joke.
Yes, that's why I said this show needs to go.
Yeah, that was yes. So all right,
I'm kidding.
Number 2.
Yeah.
I have a sound effect.
But you just did it.
I want to play it again.
No, I mean, I'm just not sure.
Or can't you take a guess?
Well, not for another 2 hours.
All right.
This whole quote is 2 hours. Jeez.
My number 2 was Gladys. Gladys from Portal.
Wait. Portal Knights. No.
Yes, Portal
2.
Knights. Gladys from Portal Knights. Absolutely. No.
Okay, it's Portal.
Gladys. She
really
taunts. Yeah, she taunts you. She's funny. Like that entire game. Portal 1, Portal 2, very funny. The dialogue is superb. Your character never talks, but the fact that she's constantly she burns you constantly.
She berates you so much.
I know, but it's awesome. It's just her dialogue is priceless. I love it. And I also wanted to give a quick shout out to Wheatley from Portal 2 as well. Wheatley is sort of like your companion that you get in the first half of the game. And he's helping you get out of the facility away from Gladys. And I don't want to spoil anything on a very old game, but yeah, something happens and he no longer becomes your buddy. But Wheatley's dialogue can be just as funny, if not funnier, than Gladys. I chose Gladys because she's more iconic, I think, than Wheatley is, but Wheatley is still very funny. So between...
I was just sorry, real quick. Have you actually beaten the game?
Yes.
And covered it?
I have. I reviewed it recently, but I did not ever cover the game. I have 25 hours in it roughly. I've beaten the solo campaign, whatever you want to call it, and the cooperative. I've done several levels. I think with my brother. I think I don't know who it was with, but I know I did missions co-op with somebody. But yeah, I have 25 plus hours, haven't covered it, but I spent a lot of time with it. It's a very good puzzle game. It's really thinky. It's not a game that you should, you want to, if you're the type of person to rush through things because you want to get to the end, you got to think in this game. This game will frustrate you if you try and rush through things. You got to think it out.
This one was a hard game to play, kind of, because while you just said that it was frustrating, you got to figure things out. With Gladys just pounding you all the time, berating you, I wanted to throw water on her so many times.
Yeah,
it was tough.
Luckily, she only does that in between. Usually, the dialogue is quiet while you're trying to figure out the puzzle. It's like when you're on the elevator moving to the next one. Cave Johnson, which is the male announcer, he's he's explained later. He'll have dialogue and he'll sort of just announce things. Gladys will say things, but typically it's in between levels, not during the level.
Okay.
So it's not too terribly annoying. It's just I actually look forward to the taunts in between levels. That's how good of a character she is. So, yeah, that was my number 2. What was your number 2?
My number 2 was Max Payne.
Now, I've never played a Max Payne game, and I've never covered it, so I have no video for this. What is Max Payne? What do you do in Max Payne?
Again, I have the game on PS2.
On PS2, how many triangles is this character made up of? Is it like Lara Croft?
No, well, yeah, well, what is it like?
Lara Croft N64 or wherever
no,
it was.
it's not that. No, it's more like the old Hitman.
She's got like, the Madonna, chest.
It's like
the cones.
The graphics are more like Hitman, like the Hitman video game.
Okay.
And the combat is fantastic, because you can like actually put time in slow motion. And you can like really make some great headshots, like in Super Hot, basically.
Is he a cop or what?
He is a cop. He's a cop, and I love the character because he's something happens to him, and it's very tragic. What is
he incarcerated?
Was he incarcerated?
No.
Is he incarcerated?
Was he incarcerated? I think he was, actually. I don't remember. Now, here's the thing. This is based on the first Max Payne, like when he first came out.
Okay.
I loved him. I thought he was great. What a great character. My gosh. It's like a revenge type of game. Like something happens to you and then you just all hell breaks loose and you want to take revenge and do things to people,
Right.
The second and the third one, I did read up on it. I never played those two. The story expands and it sounds really good. As for the movie, I've never watched the movie. I'm actually going to watch it tonight. I don't have any high hopes of it because
a lot of movies based off of video games don't do very well.
Yeah, so I'm hoping they don't ruin my Max. Like Max is amazing.
I would not. Yeah. I mean, Resident Evil wasn't bad. But the subsequent movies after it got progressively worse. It became a Bollywood movie after a while because you had all of these Weskers or whatever they were. Like there were thousands of them.
It's entertaining. I'll give it.
It got more and more. It went from semi believable zombie story to Bollywood action, crazy off the wall. Like it kept catering to a lower age bracket.
The
every
Resident
single
Evil
movie.
franchise. Are you talking about the Resident Evil, right?
Yeah, right. Resident Evil movies. Yeah, the first one started out semi believable. As it kept progressing, it was like, what is going?
It reminds me of the Final Destination franchise.
I've only seen the first one in passing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When you see the first one, it's actually pretty good, and then the second one's like okay, and then the third one is like oh geez, and then after that, it's just so silly. It actually got really silly. Like the directors even knew it was so silly. So
how do you title your movie when it's already the Final Destination? This is really the Final Destination? Like that's part 2, and then no, this is really the Final Destination, part 3. The final Destination, part 4. Like how do you name your movies when the first movie is final? I don't understand that.
It's like Resident
Look who's a Final Destination now. I that's a play on.
It's like the Resident Evil, right?
Sure.
Like,
well, there was Apocalypse. There was I don't know. There was Apocalypse. There was other. Yeah. Anyway, but again.
But Max Payne is a great character. You feel sorry for him. You want to help him out. You wish you could like help him avenge, the people that he killed. That the other people killed. You want to avenge him, or stuff.
Okay.
The words are hard.
Words.
But Max, I don't know. Max is cool, and that name, Max Payne, like he just brings the pain.
Was he a detective?
He was a detective.
Detective John Kimball.
Was he Detective John Kimball?
No, he was not John Kimball.
Okay.
I think he was a detective. Was he a detective? I don't remember. In the first one, he could have been. I know in the third one, he was. I think after he got out of prison. I don't remember the story.
Okay.
It was a great story. I just don't remember a lot of it because
a forgettable story that is great. I get it.
Here's the thing, though. It got expanded in 2 and 3, and so it kind of meshed together, and it really tied in with the first one. So I'm trying to think of only the first one, and it's really hard when I know a little bit of the second and the third one. So yeah, I'm gonna read up on it again, but I do love Max. I think he's a great person, and he loved the people that he loved. You know.
Shut up, Wesley.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Is my charisma that bad?
No, it's perfect. It's fine.
Shut up, Wesley.
Oh my gosh.
You want to do number one?
Yeah.
You ready for number one? All right. Sound effects.
173467321 476 Charlie 32789777 Tango 732 Victor 731178888 732476789764376 Lock.
What?
No. Get out.
Did you not hear it? I'll play it again.
173467321
So that actually should have been for like the very last game on the last list. Like we should have had
173467321 476 Charlie 32789777
This is our number one.
643 Tango 732 Victor.
This is our number one sound effect.
We should have had a top 17346 video game character list.
173467322.
That would be a lot of game. Just name every game ever released. Yeah.
Every game character. All right, what's your number one?
Number one. This was an easy one. This is why. This is the core of the list. Clementine from The Walking Dead.
I knew it. It was either Picard or Clementine.
Clementine. I don't know what it is. I've never felt for characters the way I have for Clementine and Lee from the first Walking Dead. The bond that they share, the parental bond that Lee has, even though he's not a father, he's a convict, that was on his way to jail when this all happened. And he ends up taking care of this little girl, and they form this bond. And it's like, it's zombies. It's fictional, but it's also really believable, the interactions that they have. And it's just, there were parts, The Walking Dead was one of the only games that actually made me cry during certain scenes because it was that impactful. And like I was shedding tears because of certain things that happened. And I don't know, like this Clementine, they did so well with the Clementine character and the Lee character. And out of the two, I think Clementine resonates with me just a smidge more. But Lee, I'm with more because I'm a parent. So like I feel for him. I can relate. As I was never a little girl ever, obviously. So like I'm just saying, like I relate to Lee more. But that being said, as a parent, I felt like I had to protect Clementine as I was playing this game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I absolutely. If you guys have not played The Walking Dead yet, their season 1 is fantastic. Season 2 and 3, they're okay. But season 1, I think there was a final season as well, season 4. But season 1, that was so good.
And it has nothing to do with the actual show, right?
No.
Like,
no, actually, there were 1 or 2 characters from the show that showed up. Who is what was the guy's the Asian guy's name? Glenn.
Oh, Glenn.
He shows up in the very first episode as a cameo.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Also Jesus.
That
shows up in I think the 2nd or 3rd season. I don't remember which one it is. So yeah, there are some cameos, but they're very short lived. But yeah, Clementine, absolutely Clementine.
And it's a game where you can like just walk and make decisions, right?
Yeah, it's a story. It's the choices matter kind of story. It's a typical Telltale game. Back to the Future, The Walking Dead.
Life is Strange.
Well, yeah, Life is Strange wasn't Telltale, but
yeah,
it's like Life is Strange. Yeah. So, yeah, that was my number one.
Real quick, I liked Lee. I thought he was cool. I liked Clementine. I liked their story. But I have to say, I wasn't feeling the second one.
The second
Clementine, and the third one
where she was growing up, and
yeah, she kind of lost her charm at that point. I think
she was more adult-like in the subsequent games. She had to be, because of what happened at the end of the first one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
but I don't know. For some reason, I think it's because she didn't have that parent figure anymore to help her, like to mold her. You know, so it's like, oh, Clementine, you're done for. I was just waiting for her to like croak. Okay, sorry, no spoilers.
no spoilers. I love that game, especially that first season. Really tugged. Anyway, so what was your number one?
My number one was totally different. It was Kerrigan from StarCraft.
Oh, Kerrigan. So what about Kerrigan do you like? I mean,
dude, she's so cool. Are you kidding me? She's like so badass. This is based on the first one, the very first StarCraft, the very original, and I guess it's also based on the second one and on the one on Heroes of the Storm. She's just so like awesome all the way around. She becomes
a Zerg because I think
her story.
Go ahead.
Her story is that she was hired or something to kill all these alien Zergs on this planet, and the people actually left her, and she got overrun by all these Zergs, and everyone presumed like she was dead. She was presumed dead. And when yes, I know, right?
Yeah.
But lo and behold, she's not dead. She's actually the queen of the Zerg now. Like the Mind Hive totally just like brainwashed her and like did surgeries on her, and she's like this really crazy queen-looking alien. But I think was it the second one? I don't remember if it was the second or the third one, where she actually.
There is no third one.
No, okay, so it must have been the second one. I will not spoil it. I don't think you finished it. So
I am on like I only cared about the Terran campaign. I have a hard time.
Okay.
I don't really like this is where I don't care about the Protoss as characters.
Yeah.
I kind of care about Kerrigan, but I don't care about the other monsters that are in my brood. I don't care about that. So,
I like Kerrigan because she has like a really full-fledged, well thought out story, I think.
Yeah.
And something happens to her, and I can't really say anything else without spoiling it.
No, I understand.
But she is just so cool. I think she's like so badass, and she was a hero and then a villain and then spoiler. But yeah, I'm not gonna say it. But in Heroes of the Storm, I like playing her too. She has really cool abilities. She's just fun to play. Like, she's fun to play as a character, and her story is just great. And she's like the type of person that I wish I could be. Like, that's why she's on my list. Like, I wish I was Kerrigan.
You want to be in charge of a brood?
Not a brood, but like just the fact that she can take control. This is gonna sound really bad. Just the fact that she can
dig yourself a hole. Keep
confidence. No, she just has that confidence to be like. I picture her as like a corporate leader, you know?
Oh, okay.
Like I'm not a business person at all.
A strong
whatsoever.
female figure, kind of, sort of.
Kind of, yeah. But like, I have no want to be like that. That's like more fantasy. So, you know. But I just think she's so cool because of that nature, you know. So, she's a cool cat in my book. Okay. And Raynor, it was funny because it was a toss up between Raynor and Kerrigan, and I loved both. But dude, Kerrigan, she's just, gosh, her
story seemed to be more. Her story was more tragic than Raynor's was.
My whole list is all about tragedy. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, she's cool, man. She was cool in human form, and she's like super badass in like alien form, and I'm like, whoa, dude. She's like the female Borg, I guess.
Yeah, like the Borg queen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
So, and while I didn't like the Borg Queen, I found her very intriguing. And that's what Kerrigan is to me. She's, like, really intriguing, and I want to know more about her.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that was our top 5 favorite video game characters. If you have any entries that you'd like to submit, feel free to put them in the comments below.
Did you have honorable mentions?
I did have honorable mentions. It was...
Excited.
I had one. I didn't really want to think too hard about this. When I was doing this list, I had a choice between HK-47 and there was another character, Revan. Revan is the character that you play as in KOTOR 1.
Okay.
In KOTOR 1, you play as this... You've lost your memory, and you don't remember where you are, and you're going along for several hours playing this game. All of a sudden, you learn more about your backstory, and you learn that you were the Sith Lord the entire time, and you lost your memory, and the Jedi were trying to convert you into good. And at that point in the game, this is where you can kind of pick and choose. Do I want to go light now that I know the truth, or do I want to go dark knowing that, you know what I mean? So you start making choices. Your choices are a little bit more impactful at that point. I liked that was a character I kind of sort of could, I don't know, I don't want to say relate to, but I got behind. I was really enjoying that. Who am I really? Why is everyone so secretive? Why is the Jedi Council, so secretive around me when they're talking to me? And, what are these references? And what's the backstory? And then you learn all this stuff. And then it's like, whoops, you're evil. You know what I mean? It's like, I didn't see that coming. You were actually Darth Revan. And, from there you make up your decisions on what to do next. But I was going to choose that one, but I kind of liked HK-47's character better. Just because he was just more memorable, I thought. But I enjoyed Darth Raven's character arc. Did you have any?
Oh, man.
Oh, jeez.
So this is why my list was really hard, because there were so many to choose from.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so this is just a little handful. I was trying to choose between Chun-Li and Guile. From Street Fighter.
Yep.
Like,
yep.
Oh, I love them. Guile, Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom.
And with Chun-Li's Kling Kan Kick. Oh, God, I love them. I just love them so much. And then there's Mortal Kombat Scorpion, Reptile, and Sub-Zero.
Get over here.
I loved all three of them. I thought they were like so cool. Yeah, Scorpion is like the man, but Reptile and Sub-Zero like awesome too.
They all look the same though. Reptile is a green version, Scorpion's yellow, Sub-Zero's blue.
They all had different abilities, and they were like really. I don't remember like the actual story, but I thought they were brothers or something. And if they weren't, maybe they were enemies. I have no idea.
I didn't care about the backstory. I preferred Street Fighter to Mortal Kombat in the arcade.
Yeah.
The controls for Mortal Kombat were way too clunky for me.
Oh, I see.
Street Fighter was more smooth. Like, when you jumped, it actually took time for you to finish your jump. Whereas in Mortal Kombat, you jumped and you were back on the ground within seconds. Like, everything was much more quick in Mortal Kombat. The gravity was 3.5 times faster and heavier than in Street Fighter 2. There was more gliding in Street Fighter 2. You had more time to do things and jump around. I don't know.
Mortal Kombat was all about combos. I think. And memorization of like all those X, Y, triangle, left. I don't know.
Street Fighter 2 was just as bad, but.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Well, maybe not as bad, because Mortal Kombat had finish him, and then you had to triangle X. Yeah. Left bumper, up, down, select, punch your brother in the face. Like, that's what it was.
Oh, real quick. I need to make an honorable mention of the honorable mentions. So Scorpion, Reptile, and Sub-Zero are my honorable mentions, but the other ones are Sonya and Raynor.
What?
Yeah, I know. So.
Okay.
But yeah, these Mortal Kombat characters I love so much because I just wanted to make my own stories for them. Like, the characters are so cool. And then there's Lux from League of Legends. I don't know how many people know of League of Legends characters or the game itself, but the MOBA, there's a character named Lux. She's just fantabulous. Then there's Marcus from Gears of War, Yoshi and Mario, obviously, Liu Bei and Cao Cao from Dynasty Warriors. They were so cool. They were kind of like villains, but I just consider them misunderstood because they're like really cool. And then there's Sora from Kingdom Hearts. So, yeah.
Good list. I can understand those. I don't care about.
So many.
Yeah, I don't care about the Disney. Kingdom Hearts. I out of all of the characters to choose to save the kingdom, why did you bring Donald and Goofy? Goofy can't even put on skis. Donald Duck is just Donald. He's just angry all the time. So you have an angry duck and a klutz for your companions.
I mean, they're not the only companions. They're just like the beginner ones. They're just distractions mainly for the enemies. You know, just throw Goofy at them, let them maul on Goofy, and you just run away. So yeah.
Cool. All right, so we're going to move on to new releases. There's a ton always, but these are the ones that stuck out to me. On Steam, PGA Tour 2K21. It's a golf game. You can get it for $60. I'm sure there's one every year. I generally don't play them. I used to play a lot of golf games for the NES and Super NES and Sega Genesis, but I don't have the patience for it. Like, I would do really well. Like, let's say I'm on the 12th hole. Yeah, I'm 2 under par for the entire course. And then there's that one hole where you mess up and you're 7 over par and it ruins your entire game. And you throw the controller and spike it into the ground and you yell at your brother or you punch the wall. It's just, yeah, that golf games make me rage because there's no like undo button. At least the earlier ones. I don't know about the later golf games. Battletoads, $20. It's a side-scrolling beat-em-up. This is a remake of the original NES game. I don't know anything about it. I've never played it. I've played the original, but I've not played this remake. It looks like a Double Dragon Neon-y kind of game. Everything's like cartoony, and it looks very lighthearted, but it seems to be too lighthearted for me. Like, I don't know. The art style doesn't really appeal to me, but maybe we'll see. Samurai Jack Battle Through Time is $40. It's an action-adventure third-person game. I've never played it. Spiritfarer, $30. Management adventure sim. So those are the new releases. I'm sure there's more. I just didn't bother writing them all down. Go to Steam and look them up. Sales. For Steam, not for broadcast, is 30% off. It's $14 or so. Plants vs. Zombies Battle for the Neighborhood or Neighborville or something like that. It's $15, 70% off. Need for Speed Heat is 60% off, $27.99. Remnant from the Ashes, 40% off, $23.99. Green Man Gaming, Metro Exodus, 55% off, $18. Children of Morta, 49% off, $11.21.
That's a good one.
I've never played it.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. NBA 2K20, 93% off, $4.08. If you like basketball, maybe you might want to check it out now. Frostpunk is 66% off, $10.20, but that does not count the DLC.
Sorry.
She's been playing a ton of Frostpunk lately.
I love Frostpunk.
Mm. Humble Bundle. There's a video and audio software bundle. For $25 or more, you can get like $500 plus worth of software, for video and audio. If you want to, if you're into that stuff, go check it out. There's also a Killing Floor bundle. If you pay $15 or more, you get, I think, Killing Floor 1, 2, and a bunch of the Killing Floor downloadable content stuff. So I don't care for all that DLC stuff, but if you like Killing Floor and you might don't have the second one, you want all those extra DLCs to go along with it, now's your chance to get it for fairly cheap. I have affiliate links for Green Man Gaming and Humble Bundle in the below description, so if you click on those links first and then buy something, I'll get a small cut of that. Okay. I looked up and all I saw was thumbs flying everywhere.
I was just trying to advertise your links down below. Right. You're this way, right? Or are you this way?
Yeah, that's correct.
I don't remember.
That's very good. All right, community segment. We're on our Spanish sentence of the week. Let's go ahead and pull that up real quick. All right, now for those of you that don't know, I try to repeat the phrase and I try and figure out what it means, and it won't be a Spanish sentence of the week segment without the iconic sound effect to go along with it.
Oh man.
Oh, I love it.
I'm forgiven in our lives.
That is one of the best scenes in Star Trek: The Next Generation. Anyway. Si, Chris, que esta es el mejor podcast
Very good.
de todos. There's Toto again. Los tiempos. Pues compartelo con tus amigos. So, Crease. I think that's a typo for Creed. You meant to say Creed from the movie from Rocky, Apollo Creed. So
Okay.
I'm thinking it's just a typo. It's just yeah. So C, yes, Creed. What? Esta, who's okay? So Creed, Apollo Creed, and his girlfriend Esta. S is L major, a major podcast. So okay, makes sense. So yes, Creed. Esta, Creed What Esta is a major podcast. De Todos. Toto is part of the podcast too, because up to date, Toto has been in every podcast. This dog is very popular from The Wizard of Oz. So Toto, Totus, Los Tiempos. Yeah, he's gaining tempo because he's constantly in a Spanish sentence of the week. His tempo, his momentum is crazy. Pues, you just sneezed, so that's what that is. There's a break for a sneeze. Compartment, con, with, tus, amigos, friends.
Okay, so say it all in one. Like, what's it literally translated to? Go ahead.
Literally, I'm gonna estimate because Spanish isn't an exact science.
Yeah.
Yes. Creed What Esta is the major podcast. The dog, with the tempo, lots of tempo, sneeze, compartment with the friends.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Is that your final answer?
that is.
What does that even mean?
Affirmative.
It's correct.
What does that even mean?
What do you mean? You didn't understand that? I mean, seriously?
Okay. All right.
What?
So, in Spanish, it says, Si crees que este es el mejor podcast de todos los tiempos, pues compártelo con tus amigos.
Okay, yeah, that's what I said. If you play back the tape, I clearly said it exactly that way.
Very good.
Yeah,
You're
I
so
mean,
good.
I think I deserve. All right, what does it translate to?
It translates to, if you think this is the best podcast of all time, then share it with your friends. Oh my goodness.
I love this segment. Just for this.
Just because of the music?
Well, that too.
You know it's from a real song.
Is it?
These aren't
I
my
have no
colors.
idea. I was just kidding. I have no idea.
I'm immortal again! Omnipotent again!
Swell.
Star Trek.
Don't fret, Riker.
Always.
My
Star
good
Trek.
fortune is your good fortune. Anyway.
This podcast should have been named The Star Trek Lover and the Star Trek Hater. I'm kidding.
Incorrect.
I'm kidding. I don't hate Star Trek. I don't. I promise I don't. I just don't love it as much as you. That's all.
Shut up, Wesley.
Okay. All right. Next.
Shut up, Wesley.
Next.
I'm curious. Where's Judge Judy and Miss Cleo?
You want to hear Judge Judy?
No, I was kidding. Oh my gosh, no. I was just kidding. We already have Arnold.
Sit down. Speak. That's you're a bum. Do you speak English? Hello? No. Now you can speak. No. That's a lot of baloney what you just...
I don't mean to sidetrack your question here, but who are all of these nosy people? Outside influences I'm seeing around you by the moon card.
I'll just keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I love you.
I love you. Is there a gentleman in your life?
Not at the moment.
I want you to really remember the pill, all right?
No thanks.
Did you have a question?
Gosh.
Next segment, animal talk. Okay, so a bunch of my Facebook friends sent over pictures. I featured some of them in the last podcast. We're going to go ahead and feature some more. Wow, that was a terrible cut. But anyway, that's what I'm all about, terrible cuts. So, yeah, we have a bunch of pictures to show you. Let's go ahead and get started with the first one. This is from Cindy, a lady I used to work with. This is Lola, a golden retriever, and Abby, a Chihuahua miniature pinscher mix.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. From my understanding, they have a ton of personality, especially Abby. She also has a cat not featured here. But yeah, Abby and I think Felix, his name was, they always got along, and then Lola came along. So,
and Lola gets along with all of them.
Yeah, the pictures that I see on Facebook, they're, as you can see, they're very happy.
That's so precious. I have to wonder what the personalities are like.
That I don't know. I know Abby is she's got a good personality based on what Cindy says, but I've never met them.
Yeah.
I would like to, but they're I like to meet any animal. So
Abby looks like she's a feisty one.
From my understanding, she is. She's full of spunk. We'll say that. So thank you, Cindy. Moving on to this is Tootie. Emma, a friend on Facebook, sent me a picture of her cat Tootie. Don't know too much about Tootie. She just sent the picture and the name. But yeah, that's Tootie.
Adorable. She looks like she takes so many tooties.
Well, cats generally do. They also like to sit at the top of stairs and trip you. They like to do all sorts of fun things with you.
Oh God, I love her fur. I just want to nuzzle my face in it. Mm-hmm. So cute.
Emma she works at a local rescue group for animals and stuff. So she's really into that stuff. That's really good. Cool. So yeah, thank you for your service, Emma, if you're watching. Doubtful, but thank you anyway. Moving on to
doubtful that she's watching.
Yeah, doubtful that she's watching. Your friend Katrina sent this picture of Maddie, terrier mix.
Oh, I used to dog walk him.
Oh, really? What was he like?
Yeah, he was so hyper. He was so adorable. He was a rescue from I think it was India, or China or something like that. And they adopted him, and he is just so friendly and so lovable. Such a great dog.
Awesome.
He's got to be huge by now. He was such a big dog.
Terriers get big though? I mean,
this one was a mutt. This is a mutt. She's always calling him a mutt. But yeah, I'm sure he has some terrier blood. But he was a pretty big dog, so he had some.
When I think terrier, I think small,
the smaller ones.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This one, he's pretty big. I'm sure he has a terrier inside of him somewhere, but
yeah, the face is, you can tell it's terrier.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to see the rest of the body. Typically, terriers are really tiny.
I have some pictures. I'll show you later.
I'm friends with her on Facebook. She might have more.
Yeah, most likely.
Mm-hmm. Last one. This is from Ethan on Facebook. This is Kiki, a miniature Dachshund. I don't know how to pronounce that. Dachshund.
Yeah, I just say Dachshund.
Dachshund. Nearly 3 years old. I'm guessing this is a German Dachshund. It sounds very German to me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So cute. Look, oh my gosh, he looks so small.
I actually have to look up. The Dachshund has an energetic, pleasant expression. A long, low-slung body once enabled them to enter and move freely inside the confines of a den or tunnel. Confidence, keen nose, and loud voice are all common. Traits of the breed. 3 coat varieties have special attributes. History.
No, I'm looking it up.
Yeah, I'm looking it up as well. Low crooked-legged dog called a little burrow dog, dachshund, or badger dog. The modern
these
name.
are the hot dogs. The hot dogs.
Yeah.
Right.
The modern name Dachshund means simply badger dog, in German. Dash is badger and Hund is dog. Dachshund.
Oh, I bet you when I was little, my parents found a dog in the rain right outside of our apartment, and I remember going to the bathroom, and this little tiny hot dog Just came out. I bet you it was a Dachshund. Man, he hated me at first, but then like we ended up sleeping together. It was so cute. But, yeah. And then I remember the owners, they found him, and it was a little girl my age. And when we had to give him back, I was crying. The little girl comes up to me, "You can always come visit him." I said, "Okay." But they lived far, so we never was able to visit.
I have a sound effect for this segment, which I forgot to play.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it was either... I have a choice between two of them. You tell me which one you like.
Okay. Oh, keep it.
You like that one?
Please don't let it be the slobbery water one.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think I'd rather have the snarl.
You like that one better? Okay.
The snarl.
It's very sanitary, that drinking. I'm picturing water and spit flying everywhere.
Jeez, I'm surprised you just didn't record Sarah.
Well, yeah.
Going. Woo, woo.
I might.
Maybe. Who knows?
So there you go. That was all of the animals I had for this week. There's more to feature in the next podcast. Speaking of which, we'll just jump into game night scheduling real quick. I'm gonna try and do a Marbles on stream on 8/28 at 7 p.m. EST. So this Friday coming, 7 p.m. EST, Marbles on stream. You don't have to do anything in that game. Just enter and watch. That's it. You don't have to do anything. It's just watch your marble, try and get to the exit. It
sounds really, really boring, but after like seeing the first race, it's actually kind of fun. Like I didn't have any high hopes of it, but after watching it a few times, it's actually fun trying to root. It's like a horse racetrack, rooting for your ball, trying to like become the winner, and racking up the wins randomly. It's pretty fun.
That was very well put. The crowd is very happy with you.
My charisma. My charisma skill is like -2.
-2. Okay, sure. Well, that was episode 4, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had a good time with this. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I happen to publish. This is Vince and Idly. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Take care.
Fuck you guys.
Oh, jeez.